So we are seeing Ramayana. And when we left it, we finished number 26, Doha, correct? Nama Kotal Kalpataru Kalikalyana Nivasu Jo Sumirata Bhayo Bhangate Tulasi Tulasi Das. So very famous. This Doha. Tulsidas ji himself proclaims that I have become the Tulsidas, the Tulsi, when prior to this I was not ganja. Transforms from some drug to some worshipable thing. What a wonderful thing. How? Nam Ramako Kalpataru, because the name of Ram is a Kalpataru, is a wish-fulfilling tree, which is there in our Shastras and all. Wish-fulfilling tree. It is there in Vedas, and all Puranas and all is mentioned. It's Kalpataru. And there is also Kamathenu. These two, Kalpataru and Kamathenu. Both of them grant same thing only. One running and one standing. Kalikalyana Nivas. It is the abode. What the name of Ram is Kalikalyana Nivas. It's the abode of all auspiciousness in this Kaliyug. Means if we take the name, we'll dwell in that abode of auspiciousness, and all our kamas will be fulfilled. Because Kalpataru, that name. So the name is described as Kalpataru. It is the abode of all auspiciousness. Now we have to see from there. Today continues with this Nam. Well, it will finish just now. It will not go too long again. Chau jugati nikalati huloka bhaye naam japi jeev bisoka ved puran sant mat ehu सकल सुकृत फल राम सनेहु ध्यान प्रथम जुग मख विधि दूजे द्वापर परितोषत प्रभु पूजे कलि केवल मल मूल मलीना पाप पयो निधि जन मन मीना नाम काम तरु काल कराला सुमिरत समन सकल जग जाला राम नाम कलि अभिमत दाता हित पर लोक लोक पितु माता नई कलि कर मन भगति विवेकु राम नाम अवलंबन एकु काल नेमि कलि कपट निधानु नाम सुमति समरथ हनुमानु राम नाम नर केसरी कनक बिसु कनक कसिपु कलिकाल जापक जन प्रहलाद जिमी पाली दलि सुरसाल पाली सियावर रामचंद्र की जय जय उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। चहु जुग तीन काल तिहु लोका, भय नाम जपि जीव विशोका। Chahu Yuga, in the 4 yugas. He says, 4 yugas means Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kaliyug. Chahu Yuga. That's why you say 4 yugas in Avadhi. Chahu Yuga. Tini Kal. Tini Kal means past, present and future. 3 times. Past, present and future. 3 times. Tini Kal. Then Tihu Lok, and 3 worlds. Upper world, this world, lower world, whichever world. 3 worlds. What about this? He just lists this. 4 yugas, 3 times, 3 worlds. Bhaya nama japi jiva visoka. This name of Bhagavan, if it is chanted, that jiva will never experience sorrow. Visoka. The jiva remains free from sorrow by chanting this name. So in whichever yuga, whichever time, past, present or future, whichever world, even Narak, we chant the name Ram, we chant the name of Bhagavan, his sorrows will depart. That is the confession of all the saints and sages. Veda Purana Santa Mata Ehu, he says. All the Vedas, Purana Santa, see? All the Shastras and all the saints and all Mata Ehu, this is what they say. Sakala Sukrita Phala Rama Sanihu. And they say further that all the results of all of our good karma, Sukrita. Sukrita means good karma, Punya karma. The result is Phala Ram Sanihu, love for Ram. All result of good karma is love for Bhagwan Ram. Means good chanting the name is also good karma then. To go on chanting the name. And whichever yuga. See how our great saints and sages and all, how they showed us and how they proved to us that even in jail, Gandhiji, in jail also, he was writing his autobiography, the thing which has sold millions of copies. In jail also he is writing, chanting Ram, Ram, Ram. He used to love this Ramayana, a name of Ram, and Bhagavad Gita, these 2 texts. Now he tells about these 4 yugas. He says, Dhyana Prathama Yuga. In the first yuga, Sat Yuga, Dhyana Pratham. Dhyana was predominant. Dhyana means meditation. Meditation was the predominant in the first Sat Yuga. Meditation. This is come from the Bhagavad, Bhagavad Puran. Then Makha Vidhi Duje. In the second yuga, means that is Treta Yuga. In the second yuga, Makha. Makha means Yajna. Yajna. You know all these different types of Yajna there. What is that? Ashwamedha Yajna. And therefore you see this Bhagi Ratha, who belonged to Bhagwan Ram's lineage only. Here he did all such Yajna to bring down Ganga also. They used to do big Yajna. Ashwamedha Yajna and different types of Ghora Yajna and all. That in Treta Yuga. Then Dwapar Parito Shata Prabhu Puje. In the Dwapar Yuga, Tulsidaji says, Puja satisfied Bhagwan like anything. In Dwapar Yuga, Puja. So this gives an indication also when Puja started. Puja started in Dwapar Yuga. Prior to that, no Puja. Only Makha. Makha means Yajna. Makha. Makha is I don't know if it is Sanskrit now. Somebody has to check. Makha doesn't sound Sanskrit at all. Doesn't sound Sanskrit. So the words are Dhyan, Makha and Puja. See the 3 types for those 3 yugas. What about this Kaliyug? Kali Keval. And see, before he tells what in this Kaliyug, he tells the nature of this Kaliyug. Bapre. Kali Keval. Mala Mula Malina. Mala Musi Ma. It is the root of all impurities and dross. Kaliyug. The very root of all of these impurities. And then Sumirata. remembering this name, Sumirata, remembering the name of Bhagwan, Samana Sakala Jagat Jala. All these impurities and all this. Jagat Jala, you know what it gives the feeling of? Man is so tied down and involved in this material world. He doesn't even know. There's a saying, the greatest obstacle to freedom is a happy slave. Have you heard? The greatest obstacle to freedom is a happy slave. I mean, that slave doesn't know that he's a slave, he's happy. He's happily a slave. This is the greatest obstacle to freedom. So Jagat Jala means this person is so ensnared and so caught up in this web of Maya and worldliness and materialism, he doesn't even know it. That's Jagat Jala. So he says, Sumirata, remembering the name, chanting the name of Bhagwan. What happens? Samana Sakala, Jagat Jala. All is Jagjal. Jal means a net actually. Jal. So this net, and have you seen around how wonderfully the net is there to catch everybody? You think spiders smart? You have to see spiders' web. They make in a strategic place, right where the flies and mosquitoes passing. So when a mosquito passes, the spider is waiting there with his knife and fork. He knows now I'm going to eat like a Raja. So they put that net and they catch and they just fill their belly, that web. But this sansar's web, oh, bapre. From one to the next, you see, they have only their web in a small space, little space. Rest is free. The mosquito can pass anywhere. But this jiva, this human being, any side in the sansar he turns, he gets. And sometimes we think in the sansar, no, we praise many things in sansar, thinking that they are good also. Like for example, we go on, and Hindu people have a knack for doing this. We go on praising education. We have nice subhashita also on knowledge and education, isn't it? But what is education? I mean, run after this Western education is only jal only. Western education is nothing but another type of jal that catches the mind in some sort of pattern of thought, and we think we have it right. Everybody thinks they have it right. I just know one leader of Cuba, he died. He thought he had it right. And next door, America think they have it right. He thinks he has it right. They think they have it right. Jal. Jaga Jal only. Only when we studied this Vedanta Upanishad, and Rishi said, oh, why are you prisoner to your own thoughts, prisoner to your own ideologies, victim to your own likes and dislikes? Then true freedom starts dawning in the mind of this person. Otherwise, he doesn't know he's caught in another jal. And therefore, in the Shastra, says, when you're finished with the Shastras, throw it out also. You shouldn't be a prisoner to the Shastras also. You see? What freedom? But there you have to be a prisoner to the system, to the ideology, to the ideal. Democracy. Our great democracy. It is in jeopardy. All jal. What democracy? What is democracy? Somebody wins by 2 million votes and they're still out of power. That is democracy. Jal, all the whole thing. There's some ideal we hold on to in our heads only. So the Jagat word, when you hear, when you see, don't just take it lightly. It is a things that we think are good. We don't know that that thing also is part of Jagajal, the web, the net that's caught us in this sansar. Praise this and praise that. And we have become victims to so many different types of ideologies and thought of other people and all. That is how the world is running. So, he said by remembering this name alone, Tulsidaji tell the power of this name, that we will remove all of this Jagajal. Rama Nama Kali Abhimata Data, he says in this Kaliyug, in this period in which we are living, which is Malamula Malina, all impurities from every side. He'll describe it again further later on. He says, the name is Abhimata, Data. Abhimata means whichever desired object is there in the mind, the name can deliver that Data. Data. Name delivers whichever desired object. Hita paraloka, loka pitu mata. It is, in this world, mata, pitu mata means mother and father, the name is there. And in the other world means hereafter, the name is very beneficial. It means it will, understand, just now he was telling, na? Punya karma, sukrita. Chanting the name is punya karma. So when we leave this world, only we take punya karma. What else you'll take? Punya papa karma, both karma we take. We can't take anything else. You can pack all your money and all in a big suitcase. And one fellow gave all his money to his friend. He said, when I die, you put it in the grave with me. Put all the money in the grave. Make sure. Trusted friend. The friend said, no problem. After the funeral was over and all, that wife saw that suitcase of money was still in the house. He never put it. She said, oh, how can you betray your friend? His dying wish. You didn't fulfill that also? He said to put all the money in the grave. You still have the money here at home. Funeral over. He said, no problem. I wrote him a check. And I put, wherever he goes, they let him cash that check. No problem. There's one check will never bounce. It can't bounce like that. Anyway, so he says this name is Paraloka Hita. Paraloka Hita means it will be beneficial for us in the hereafter. Paraloka means hereafter. In the other world means other life. Paraloka. Right? Nahi kali karamana bhagati vibeku ram nama avalambana eku. Those of you who have been coming to my satsang, you would have heard me chant this thing 1,000 times. This line, very famous line it is. Nahi kali karamana bhagati vibeku ram nama avalambana eku. In this Kaliyug it says, Nahi kali. In Kaliyug, karam means karma yoga. Na karam, na bhakti. Bhagati, na bhakti yoga. Viveku, na jnana yoga. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, and jnana yoga. He says in Kaliyug, they will not work. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. What will work? Ram nam avalambana eku. Only the name of Ram will be our support in this Kaliyug, in this period. Then why are we studying Vedanta? Jnana Yoga. Or Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga and all. This is, it is praise. Huh? Praise of the name of Ram. So now if you have to ask, what about, it means to say, in Shastra when Bhagavan speaks like this, in Gita also will come again and again, it will come. Eh? When Bhagavan Shri Krishna speaks like this, or Tulsidas is speaking like this, what they mean to say, for the vast majority of human beings, the name will be the best means, chanting the name of Ram. That doesn't mean to say that there are others who will not follow Karma Yoga, or Bhakti Yoga, or Jnana Yoga. Second thing is, in the Kaliyug, because of our involvement in the sansar and all the impurities of Kaliyug, and all the papas, just now that will be described, all the papas in this Kaliyug, and people's busy lives with so much of desire. Life is busy only because of multiplication of desires. Eh? Please remember, this is the equation. They are directly related. Human beings' lives have become so busy, there's a rat race because there is the proliferation of desires in the mind. Means, whereas a person used to have in the old days 5 desires, now he has 5,000 desires. Because everything in the society is geared to increase the desires in the mind. Why? In the old days, how many billboards used to see on the highway? None. Not even one on our highway here. Now, every 200 feet, billboard. Billboard is done for what? To increase desires. And how it is, and then all the advertisement on the television in so many languages, And then they always make that product look so attractive, and they make you feel that without that product, your life is nothing. So then you have desire for that product. And then when you buy that product, then you realize you have to get the accessories for it to work properly. Then you have to go and buy the accessories now. And one desire after the next. And then they bring out a new model of that same product now. Then you feel, mine is outdated. Mine is outdated. So they go on increasing desire, then the mind is full of desires, and that is directly related to how busy a person's life is. Yeah, great amount of desires. Very busy that person will be. No desires. What busy? Busy to go where? Busy to go nowhere. He's just there. Isn't it? So this is this Kaliyug. And in that type of Kaliyug, now, where you get time to study Upanishad, where you get time to go and sing bhajan, sit down there and worship and do puja in bhakti yoga, or where you get time to go and do seva for other people, are you only busy in fulfilling your own desires? Where you'll get time to do seva for anybody? So now, see, while you're busy rushing in the rat race, you can still chant Ram, Ram, Ram. See? So in this Kaliyug, that's why he says the name of the Lord, that is the best. Means all this Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, no time. Too busy to running after desires. And then the desires makes the mind more clouded. That is the second thing. First of all, there's so many desires. So I'm so busy. But all the desires make the mind more clouded. And so he doesn't see that in the fulfillment of the last 10 desires, really nothing happened. It just multiplied 10 by 10. He cannot see now because the mind is clouded. That is like a vicious circle. More desires, more cloudiness in the mind. More cloudiness, he cannot see that the 10 desires which he just fulfilled didn't really do anything to improve his situation. In fact, it made it worse. He cannot see that. And then like that, pura jivan beat gaye. Whole life gone. मैंने क्या किया? What did I do? Nothing. He realizes. Now too late also. What will you do? So this is the vast majority of human beings in that kind of thing. Taken up. So in that kind of life, now, the name of Ram is the only saving grace. If that person can catch that. Now you know that kind of life also nobody chants Ram. He chants some other kind of mantra, because when that red light changes to green and the fellow doesn't drive, no Ram mantra comes there. Some other mantra comes there, you see. Ay, ay, ay. Amazing thing. It will be a miracle in that type of life if that person chants Ram. That will be miraculous. But that is the only type of thing that is available to such a person. See, that even Ram he cannot say. Can you imagine Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga is possible for that person? Ram also he cannot say. In between all his rat race. He cannot say that also. Because his mind is out. And he has something in his air there and driving also. I didn't have time to have lunch, so there's peanut here. Like Coca-Cola here. This thing in his ears. And somebody honking behind. Somebody calls from the office. This, that, going on. He gets so confused. Instead of chewing the peanut and drinking the Coca-Cola, he chews the Coca-Cola and swallows the peanut, drink the peanut. Get everything? Kya baat hai? Nice Jivan, this. Drink peanuts. Anyway, so this Ram Nam Avalambana. And it says Avalambana. Now see this thing. Avalambana means, this is a Sanskrit word. That means a support. Support. This verse is a very tremendous verse, line. It's a support. That means to say what? This fellow is going on his journey, and the name of Ram is his only support. That doesn't say that he's going to get moksha or anything. This life in Kaliyug is so bad, he needs some support. Only one support here. That kind of tone comes in it. Avalambana. One support he has only to take him through this Kaliyug. Terrible times. But anyway, the power of the name has just been described. If he goes on chanting, that will also take him to his final destination. Ram Nam Avalambana Eku. This comes from Bhagavad Gita, from Bhagavad Purana. All the Bhakti Margis, they like this type of line. They say that, you have heard, na? Kalau nastyeva gatiranyatha. In this Kaliyug, there is no other means. Only the name of the Lord. That very famous from Bhagavad Puran. He said, Nai kalikaramana bhagati viveku ram nam avalambana eku. Kala nemi, and he describes Kali. Describes this Kaliyug. The Kaliyug is like a Kala nemi. Kala nemi. I told you a story of Kala nemi before. Kapat, Nithanu is the very embodiment, ocean of kapat, deceit, fraud. And just now I was telling you that the deceit and fraud of Kaliyug is so much that we do not even know that we are caught in that deceit. In fact, we become part of the deceit. Look here. We are deceived into thinking that all of this education, all these things which are being given to us, we are deceived into thinking that that thing is proper and good. And then we deceive our children also. Go to school and study. Up till every day you hear people saying, I'm still waiting when I will use all of those things which I learned in university. Still waiting to see when I will use all of those things. So that type of knowledge, don't think that we are saying don't get that knowledge also. Don't be deceived into thinking that that knowledge advances your life in any way. That is the whole thing. That life will not be advanced. You tell me, just think. A person who goes and gets BA, MA, PhD, that person is in any way less ignorant, he is in any way more happy, he is in any way less deluded, he is in any way less suicidal. No, people with PhDs and high big degrees also commit as much suicide as anybody. Yeah, the statistic doesn't show anything. So what he has gained, he is in any way now more qualified to have a better relationship with his family and his spouse and children and all that. Oh. What he did. So yeah, I'm not saying don't go and get that. Don't be deceived into thinking that that has made my life exemplary. That has made my life. We get it. Don't fall prey to deceit. This is the deceit of Kaliyug. Kala nemi, he says. Kali kapatanithanu. So this Kaliyug, with all the deceit, it compared to Kala nemi, because Kala nemi tried to deceive Hanumanji. Yeah, I told you, Hanumanji went to get that Sanjeevani Bhuti there. Ravan sent Kala nemi. Kala nemi went there like, dressed up, just like Ravan, he dressed up like Sadhu. Two of them. Same deceit. Both of them dressed up like Sadhu. He deceived Sitaji and he tried to deceive Hanuman. So he says, Nam, the name of Bhagavan Ram, or the name of the Lord, Sumati Samaratha Hanumanu. But the name of the Lord is like Hanuman. So Hanuman killed that Kal Nemi in one blow. It is described there. That will come later on. In one blow and he killed that Kal Nemi. Because he is Samaratha, powerful, this Hanumanji. And so the name is Samaratha, powerful. The name is capable of destroying all the kapat of Kaliyug. The idea is, if you go on chanting the name, in Trinidad language we say, your brain will become clear. Your brain will become clear. All the cloudiness will go away by chanting name. We'll be able to see things very clearly. Otherwise, right now we are taken up in this Deceit of Kaliyug. This is a nice way to describe Kaliyug. Kapat. Kala nemi Kali kapata nidhanu. Look here. Really speaking, the whole human birth actually qualifies as that. Kapat. Deceit means what? Deceit means there is a truth, but there is some design which prevents you from seeing the truth. That deceit or not? How you will describe deceit? There is a truth, but there is some design by somebody to prevent you from seeing the truth. That is kapat. That is deceit. Deceit. So, if you study this a little bit, you will see that the whole Maya Jal is like this. There is a truth, and Maya is such, Paranchikhani Vitrana Swayambhu, all our senses are get to go out, and we cannot see the inner. Parang Pashyanti na antaratma. He doesn't see the inner Atma. You only see is outside. So the whole Maya is designed like that. You will see that. From the first sight in the morning, I told you, na? When you get up. First thing morning when you get up. What is that? You see the sun rising. Aha. What a beautiful sunrise, we say. Sun is rising. So your senses are telling you sun is rising. But the truth is sun doesn't rise. So there's a truth. And the senses are deceiving us. Telling us that the sun is rising. And like that, everything in life. Everything in life. Every day I see people celebrating birthday. I am unborn. Ajo nitya shashvatoyam puranaha. But everybody celebrating birthday. So the truth is, I am unborn. But every day we are celebrating birthday. There's a truth, I will never die. But everybody thinking, oh, I'll die. And based on those two things, all our life. The truth is, we are never separate or disconnected. Never unconnected. Everybody is connected intimately. That's the truth. But the deceit is what? I am not related to them. If they die, it is okay. Once I and my people don't die. No. That is deceit. So the whole life is like that. Every aspect of life. I am ignorant. Your nature is Satchit. Ananda. What do we say? I am ignorant. My nature is consciousness. Limitless knowledge. Awareness itself. I say I am ignorant. So like that, everything that is called as deceit of Maya. Kala nemi. But he says only in the Kaliyug. I wish Kaliyug, all yuga. Like that only. But the Naam, Sumirata, Samaratha, Hanumanu. The name is powerful like Hanumanji to remove this Kala nemi. Then, Rama Nama Narakesari Kanaka Kasipu Kalikal. When you're singing that, you have to sing it real fast. Because once additional matra comes if you sing slow. Rama Nama Narakesari Kanaka Kasipu Kalikal. Like that. Otherwise, Japaka Jana Prahalad Jimmy Palihi Dali Surasa Rama Nam Narakesari. Narakesari is Narakesari. That is our Narasimha Bhagwan. Narasimha Bhagwan. Narakesari is Narasimha Bhagwan. Kesari means lion. Lion, Kesari. And Narakesari will be man lion. Who is man lion? Narasimha. Narakesari. And Kanaka Kasipu Kalikal. And this Kaliyug in which we are living, which is characterized by kapat, deceit and all, mala, impurities and all such things. The Kaliyug is Kanaka Kasipu. Kanaka Kasipu is Hiranya Kasipu. Kanaka, and Tusidaji is so good at this thing, I tell you. Kanaka is gold and Hiranya is gold. So he just took out that Hiranya and put Kanaka. So he said that Kasipu, Kashipu. Kashipu. So Hiranya Kashipu, that name you know, the father of Prahlad. Hiranyakashipu. So he took out the Hiranya and put Kanaka. Kanaka also means gold. He is the Kaliyug, Kalikal. Now what happened? That Narasimha Bhagwan Vishnu, who came as Narasimha, he came there and he ripped apart that Kanakakasipu. Hiranyakashipu. So he says, Rama Nama Narakesari. What will rip apart this Kaliyug from our life? What will tear this Kaliyug away from our life? Ram Nam. We are stung by Kaliyug. Stung by the deceit and impurities of Kaliyug. The name of Ram is so purifying, he means to say. In name of the Ram, Nam, Narakesari. It's like, now, Japaka Jana Prahlad Jimi. And those who chant, those great bhaktas who chant the name of Ram, they are like Prahlad. In that story, that Kanakakasipu, Hiranyakashipu had worshipped Bhagwan and gotten a boon. What that boon? He will not die inside, not outside. First he asked for the boon, I will not die at all. Bhagwan said, nothing doing. Everybody has to die. First, these fellows are very smart. All these Rakshasas are very, very smart. When Bhagwan comes and says, what do you want? After they do all the tapas and all, Bhagwan appears. What do you want? I don't want to die. Then Bhagwan, see, first they ask, just to try, maybe Bhagwan make a slip and say, Tathastu. Bhagwan slips and says, Tathastu, then. So first they say, I don't want to die. Bhagwan says, no, nothing doing. Everybody has to die. Then he asks, what? Okay. Like Ravan, same thing. He'll not die by any God. So Bhagwan has to come as. He knew, Ravan thought, no man could defeat him, He'll have to die by some man only. Which man can if he can defeat Indra and everybody, which man can defeat him, he thinks. Same. So here now, I should not die inside, nor outside. Nor up, nor down. Nor night time, nor daytime. Nor by man, nor by animal. Oh, Bapre. But let me tell you something. We could trick this one, and trick that one, and trick the other one, and trick ourselves also, but we cannot trick Bhagwan. Bhagwan always has something up his sleeve. You may come up with all sorts of conditions and this and that, but Bhagwan has a million ways still to get him. He thought that he had now cornered Bhagwan. Because he cannot die inside, outside, up, down, night, day, by man, by, then what? If you cannot die night time nor daytime, then when you'll die? It seems impossible. In Sundarkand, there's a wonderful thing that happens there. Hanumanji looks at Lanka. When he lands there on the shores, he looks inside. And he sees how Lanka is so well fortified. Imagine, the gods could not penetrate Lanka. Lanka is so well fortified. Hanumanji, at that moment, in order to enter Lanka, you will see in Sundarkand when we get there, he remembers this Narakesari. He remembers Bhagwan's form Narakesari. His Ishtadevata is Ram. And everywhere he is remembering Ram. At that point, he remembers Narakesari. This Narasimha Bhagwan form of Bhagwan. Because Narasimha Bhagwan, in this tradition, represents the one who makes the impossible possible. It appears as though Kanakakasipu was impossible to be killed. Impossible to kill this Kanakakasipu. Because he will not die inside, nor outside, nor night, nor day, not up, nor down, nor by man, nor by animal. Then impossible. But Bhagwan makes the impossible possible. So he says this Kaliyug, it is possible to destroy this Kaliyug also. How to destroy this Kaliyug? Ramanam. Ramanam is a Narakesari. That Narasimha Bhagavan. Easily we can destroy this Kaliyug. Bhagavan came there as Narakesari and held him right on the doorway. Not inside nor outside. He came right in the evening time, at the twilight. It's not night nor day. He put him on his lap, not up nor down. And he came as half man, half lion. He's not man nor animal. And no weapon also, yeah. The nails. Natural nails. No weapon, you see. How Bhagavan made the impossible possible. In the very same way, this name of Bhagavan can make the impossible possible. One fellow, Tulsidaji writes in his Kavita Valli or one of his other book I've seen. What do you call it? Vinay Patrika. One fellow chanted, while he was dying, he said, Haram! Haram is cursed beyond it, he cursed a pig. A pig, he crashed into a pig. Both of them crashed into each other. And while dying, while falling, he said Haram. And he went to Swarga. How? Because in Haram there is Ram. Just now you'll tell. Japaka Jana Prahlad Jimmy. Prahlad was the one who was there chanting the name of Bhagwan. And Palihi Dali Surasal. And will be saved from Surasal means only Daitya. Surasal means those who give kashta to Sura. Who gives difficulties, trouble to the gods. They call it Surasal. So they are the Daityas. And they will all be destroyed by this name. Symbolically means all the negativities from our mind, they will all be destroyed. Okay. Now see. Bhai kubhai anak alasahu Naam japat mangal tisi dasahu Sumeri so naam Ram gun gatha Karau nai Raghunath hi matha Mori sudhari hi so sab bhati Jasu kripa nahi kripa aghati Ram suswami susevak mo se so Ram suswami kusevak mo so Nij desi dekhi daya nidhi poso Lok ho bed susahib riti Binay sunat pehchanat priti Gani garib gram nar nagar Pandit mood malin ujagar Sukavi kukavi nijamati anuhari Nripahi sarahat sab nar nari Sadhu sujan susil nirpala Is amsa bhava param kripala Suni sanaman hi sab hi subani भनिति भगति नति गति पहचानी। यह प्राकृत महिपाल सुभाऊ, जान शिरोमणि कौशल राऊ। रीझत राम स्नेह निशोते, को जगमंड मलिनमति मोते। सत सेवक की प्रीति रुचि, रखी है राम कृपालु। उपल किए जल जान जही, सचिव सुमति कपि भालु। हो कहावत सब कहता, राम सहत उपहास। साहेब सीता नाथ सो, सेवक तुलसीदास। सेवक तुलसीदास सियावर चंद्र की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। भाई सब संतन की जय। भाई कुभाय अनख आलस हो, नाम जपत मंगल दिसि दस हो. What a most wonderful line. This ends that whole Ramayana. Bhai kubhai anakh alasahu nama japat mangala disi dasahu. He says, in any which way by hook or crook, chant the name of Ram. He says, bhai means with subhav, good bhav, good feeling. Bhai. Bhav. With bhav, you chant the name of Ram. He says, kubhai. Kubhai is the opposite. Any bad feeling also. Bhav or abhav, without any feeling at all. No feeling. Or kubhav actually means some bad feeling. Grumbling, some people grind their teeth and grumble. Like that also, but still chant kubhai. Anakha. Anakha means in anger. Krodha. Anakha. In anger. Or alasahu. Lazy. Ram. Lazy fellow. Alasahu. In any which way. He says, Nama Japata Mangala Disi Dasahu. In the 10 directions, name brings Mangala. If it is chanted in any which way, by hook or crook, good bhav, wrong bhav, right bhav, any bhav, chant the name of Ram. You get angry with anybody, shout Ram to them also. Any which way, eh? Yeah. Really? Just recently somebody was driving me somewhere. And anything happened. We say, oh my God. We say in English, that person going on, oh my Ram. Oh my Ram. All the way, all the whole road, they're going, oh my Ram. A good thing. Because we don't know the God word and all. We never know. What is it? What is the power of that name, that word? But Ram, we have seen now. The power of this Ram. So go on chanting in any which way, na? Oh my Ram. In Trinidad, that will sound real funny. But it will bring blessing. Mangala disi dasahu. It will bring blessing in all directions. And we saw previously, Rama Nama Mani Deepa Daru, you place it on the threshold of the door of the tongue, of the body. It will bring blessing inside as well as outside. Like that. So go on chanting. Next time. Any which way. Substitute Ram for all of those words which you use. Those bad words with the parrot. We saw that in parrot now. 2 parrots placed in one verse, we saw that also. Then everything will be fine. So that brings, it ends with that line. What a fitting line. Chant Ram by hook or crook, any which way. Chant the name of Ram. Doesn't matter, it will bring blessings. That's why I told you, the fellow chanted, Haram he also said. And still went to Swarga. Then, Tulsidaji tells, he changes topic now, changes gear. And Sumidi. So a name, I remember that name. Ram Gun Gatha Karaun. The sentence ends there. I remember that name of Ram, and now I proceed to sing his glories. Nai Raghunatha hi Matha, bowing my head to Bhagwan Shri Ram. Nai means Namami. I bow my Matha, head, to Raghunath. See? Then Mori Sudharihi so Savavanti Jasu Kripa Nahi Kripa Aghati. Tulsidaji says, he has purified me in every which way. Mori Sudharihi. That Bhagwan Ram has purified me or the name has purified me. You could take either one because the sentence doesn't have any object. What has purified me? I have been purified by name or by Ram. He says, Jasu Kripa Nahi Kripa Aghati. Who is never satisfied with showering his grace. What a wonderful thing. Bhagwan is never satisfied with showering his grace. No matter how much he showers, he is not satisfied. That is the idea. What a thing. What a description. You will not see. Anyway, how Tulsidas describes it so nicely. Bhagwan is such. He is so compassionate. No matter how much compassion he showers, he is not satisfied with showering. He cannot become satisfied. Rama Swami. Ram is such an illustrious master. And Kusevaku Moso. Where is that Ram? Such a great master. And where is me, Tulsidaji, who is Kusevak? Not Susevak, Kusevak. Means the worst of all servants. The worst of all servants. But that Ram, Nijadisi Dekhi, that Ram has looked in my direction. He has cast his compassionate glance on me, and Daya Nidhi Pose, and he has protected me, purified me. He has blessed me. Pose means nourished me. Nourish. Pose. Push in Sanskrit, push. Push means to nourish. Push, push. Poshan. Like that. To nourish. See how easy the word has just taken a little change like that. From push in Sanskrit to add the terminations. Pushyati only. Push. To nourish. But poshan, what you know. That a sha becomes sa. See there? Poso in Avati. Because poso is easy to say. Poso. Nice word. So Bhagwan has cast his compassionate glance on me, even though I am the worst of his servants, Tulsidaji says. And he has nourished me and fed me and purified me and all that. That word includes all of that. Loka ubed susahiba riti binaya sunata paichanata priti. He says, in the Vedas and in the world also, it is said that a true master, Susahib. Susahib means, Sahib is such a nice word. Sahib might be Urdu also. Sahib might be Urdu. But Susahib. The gracious master has this riti, this rule about him. What is this rule? Binaya Sunata. He listens to the supplication of the other, the subject or the devotee or whoever it is, right? A true master, he listens to the supplications and the humility of the subject and pehichanata priti, and recognizes it with great love. That is a true master. He listens to the cry, the plight of the other, and he recognizes it with great love. And then he gives a whole bunch of pairs of opposites. Gani Garib. Gani Garib means, Gani means Amir. Amir means rich person. And Garib means poor person. Gani Garib. Like Rank. Pauper. Gramanara Nagar. Gramanara means rustic villager. Nagar means urban dwelling, highfalutin type of person. Nagar. Pandit Moor. Pandit means wise one. Moor means, so all Sanskrit words. You'll see all of these Sanskrit words only. Malin Ujagar. Malin means one who is infamous. Ujagar means one who is famous. They are opposites like that. Infamous and famous. Sadhu, Sujan, Susil, and Nripala, Isa, Amsa, Bhava, Parama, Kripala. That this king, and this line is a very important line, I want you to pay attention to that. This is the concept of the king in Hinduism. What the king is supposed to be. All these qualities, sadhu, pious. Sujan, very sensible, wise. Sujan. Susil, virtuous, of great character. And Nripala is Amsa Bhava. He is considered to be an Amsha of Ishvara only. The king in the Hindu tradition is considered to be an Amsha of Ishvara, the Lord himself. Paramakripala, supremely gracious. He listens, Suni. He listens to who? All these people who we just talked about. Rich man, poor man. Fool, wise man. He listens to every Suni. Sanamanahi Sabahi Subani. He, with great reverence and respect, he listens to all of them. And their Subani, their good words. Their Bhanati, Bhagati, Nati, Gati, Pehchani, and he recognizes their praises and good words, and their devotion, bhakti, and nati, their humility. And gati means their state and manner in which they are talking. He listens to all of them, and he recognizes all of them. A true king, one who is gracious, one who is pious, sadhu, sujana, susil, and nipala. The true king, he's supposed to listen to everybody. Not say, this section of the population, we don't. A true king. In this is statecraft of Hinduism also. In Tulsidaji, here and there, throws out a few lines, and you will see some more lines later on. How the king is supposed to act and live. So politics is also... politics of statecraft and whatever is there also in the Ramayana. So anyway, this is the nature of, and see when kings do not follow this also, what happens? Cromwell, I never forget that name. Cromwell. So now the climax to this whole thing, Tulsidaji says, if an earthly king could do this, listen to the pauper and the rich man, listen to the fool and listen to the wise man, listen to the villager, the rustic, and listen to the educated urban dweller. If an earthly king could listen to all of them and treat them nicely and equally, if an earthly king can do, he says, Yaha prakrata mahipala subhau. There's an earthly king can do this thing. Janasi Romani Kosala Rao. What to talk of my Gyani Bhagwan Shri Ram? Meaning to say what? He said, I fall in that category of mood. I fall in that category of that. If the earthly king could treat the subjects like that, my Ram will surely cast his grace on me, because he is supremely unbiased, fair, just, supremely just. That Ram. That is the meaning. Rijhata Ram Saneha Nisote Ko Jagamanda. See this way? In this world, Ko Jagamanda Malina Mati Mote. Who is there in this world who is more foolish, stupid, foolish, and impure than me? But Rama recognizes, Rijata, he is pleased. Rijna in Hindi, because it's a proper Hindi word. He is pleased by Nisote Saneha. Saneha means Sneha. That's also Sanskrit. Sneha. He is pleased by true love. Nisote means, we say, in our Sanskrit, we say, Tela Dharavat. Tela Dharavat, it will come in Upadesar, you'll see that. Our meditation should be Tela Dharavat. Means when you pour water, it splatters everywhere. But when you pour oil or ghee, it comes in a smooth flow, continuous, unbroken. That's the idea. So this is the avadhi for that thing. Nisote. Nisote. Taila Dharavat. So one whose love is flowing towards Bhagwan like that. That is the idea. So Bhagwan recognizes that type of love. Not only when we love Bhagwan conveniently, because today we want to win the lottery. Many people love Bhagwan conveniently only when they want something. Not only Bhagwan, in worldly life also. Once I went to visit my grandfather. Oh, you came? What do you want? He knows, because if I don't come to see him. So if I have come, that means I want something. One little fellow is there and he's praying in his room to God. Oh, Bhagwan, please, for this Christmas, give me a brand new bicycle. He's shouting and praying in his room. So his mother comes in. But why are you shouting to the Lord? You don't have to shout. Bhagwan is not deaf. Bhagwan can hear you, You don't have to shout. In fact, in your heart also, he knows what is there. That boy said, yes, I know Bhagwan can hear. I know he's not deaf. But grandpa is a little bit deaf and he's in the next room right there, So he shouts out, so grandpa will hear that. This boy knows he has more faith in grandpa than Bhagwan. He's a wise boy. So anyway, the people of the world, they only have love for Bhagwan when they want something. But Bhagwan recognizes Rijhat Bhakti is pleased by this Sneha here, which is Taila Dharavat. And Tulsidaji says, in this world, if an ordinary king can be so gracious to his subjects, what to talk of my Ram? And in this world, who is more foolish than me? Satasevak ki priti ruchi rakhi hai Ram Kripal. Even though I am Satasevak, foolish sevak, I know Ram will Rakhiya, he certainly will protect me and shower his grace on me. Because he is Kripalu, Dayalu. Upalakiye Jalajan Jehi Sachiva Sumati Kapi Bhalu. And why? Because this Ram is capable of doing anything. He could make, out of this foolish Tulsidas, he could make any great thing. How? Because in the past, he has made boat out of rocks. And he has made ministers and kings out of bears and monkeys. Out of bear and monkeys made kings. Why he cannot make out of this foolish Tulsidas a poet? Like that. That is my Ram. Where he made a boat out of rock? He made rock float and they made a floating. That was the first pontoon bridge in the history of human civilization, to Lanka. That was a pontoon bridge, Floating because all the rocks were floating. And all these monkeys and bears, and he makes Sugriv into king. Ho kahavat. He says, Ho kahavat sab kahat. I am telling. And everybody say, what? Sahib Sita Nath so Sevak Tulsidas. Everybody says, and I say, the Rama is my Lord and I am his servant. And Tulsidas ji says, poor Ram. He has to bear the ridicule of that statement. But the ridicule of that statement, the whole world laughs at Ram. What stupid Tulsidas or Sevak you have. But Ram is so compassionate, he doesn't mind bearing the ridicule of the whole world to keep me as his servant. That's the compassion of Ram. The whole world laughs, but he doesn't mind. Because he keeps me as his servant still. Where is Ram? And where is this foolish Tulsidas? What a humility of Tulsidas. It's amazing, huh? Such a poet whose legacy lives on now more than 500 years after he is gone. And the glory of this Ramcharitmanas is not going down, it is going up. Especially in this Kaliyug. And it's such a humble Tulsidas. Where is my Ram? Where is Tulsidas? And I say, and the whole world go on saying, I am a sevak of Ram. And that is ridiculing Ram. But he bears it. He doesn't mind. That is the compassion of Ram. Okay, we'll see this more tomorrow.